So firstly, here is my chest, because I know you're all here just to see my nipples, don't lie. I'm kidding. This chest required a lot of patience, pain, and money to achieve, so I don't really need an excuse to show it off. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, it's Jamie, and I'm here to spill some realities, some home truths about getting top surgery. Now, I don't know about you, but top surgery to me, before I got it, always seemed like this magical, like mystical, amazing thing where you get it and you're free and everything's wonderful. It kind of is like that after a little bit, but it's not immediately like that. It really can be an amazing and life-changing thing, and it certainly was for me, and it became amazing after a certain amount of time. But it wasn't all great straight away. For some people, it's an easier ride than others, but most of these points are going to be relevant for a lot of people getting or who have got top surgery. So I had top surgery 6 years ago, and maybe I was just a very naive 18-year-old. That could very easily have been the case, or I didn't pay enough attention to my surgeon. Also could have easily been the case. But here is just a bunch of things that I wasn't really expecting to happen when I got top surgery. Number one, it probably won't look pretty straight away. Now, we've all seen the magical reveals where people are like overjoyed and they start crying as soon as like the dressings come off their chest, and it's just this incredibly special moment where the chest is not bruised, it's not swollen, it looks practically healed, and the nipples aren't gammy. And that's what I was expecting. Like, I was kind of like, they're gonna take the dressings off and I'm gonna be in love with it immediately, but that is not quite what happened. Whilst it is the case for some people that they will have this amazing reveal moment, my chest looked disgusting. I was bruised from this side to this side, all over. I had so much swelling that it practically looked like I hadn't had surgery at all. So I was more grossed out than joyful. And I remember the first thing I thought when I saw my chest was, ew, what the fuck? Not, oh my god, my chest. I mean, obviously I was incredibly relieved that I've had top surgery. I was happy, but like just looking at it, I was like, ew. It just looked icky, like pussy spots, pepperoni nipples, just ew. But don't panic, I don't mean to put you off. Give your chest another few weeks and most of the swelling will be gone, the bruising will go down significantly, if not be completely gone by that point. Your nipples will start to look a bit more natural, and the scars will begin to like not look so angry and red and everything. And you'll be able to shower again, so you will stop smelling disgusting. But basically, just don't feel weird or disheartened or ungrateful if you don't have that magical reveal moment where you cry, because some people take longer to heal than others, and some people's chests will look pretty gammy at the 2-week post-op stage, whilst others will look really amazing. It just depends on your body. Number 2, your scars might stretch. Actually, they probably will stretch at least a little bit. This is mostly only relevant if you had double incision, although any type of top surgery will leave scars, but double incision leaves the biggest scars, like right across both sides of your pectoral muscles. Plural? Yes, plural. For some people, these scars will remain incredibly thin and fade over time to the point where it practically looks like they have no scars at all. And for other people, they will stretch quite a bit. They could still fade, like, so for me, you still kind of have to look relatively close in person to see that I have scars because they have faded, but they are very stretched. And it's just the way my body healed. I was a good boy post-op. I did massaging, I did my not partying and lifting my arms up high in the air, I did micropore tape, I did bio oil, you know, I did all that stuff to try and help minimize scar stretching, but they still stretched. And a guy that had top surgery with the same surgeon on the same day as me has some of the thinnest scars I've ever seen. So it will just depend on your body. Obviously, try and do everything that's within your power to try and minimize stretching and listen to what your surgeon recommends, but at the end of the day, you might just heal that way and it might just stretch. Number 3, and this one was a truly horrendous discovery for me personally, binders do not disappear from your life overnight when you get top surgery. To be honest, it was a slightly deflating moment when I realized that I would have to wear a post-op binder 23 hours a day for around 3 to 6 weeks post-op. It may sound like nothing in the grand scheme of things, and really it means nothing now in the grand scheme of things, but when you've been waiting for so long for this thing to happen that is supposed to free you from a very specific action as well as feelings, but like the action of binding, and you're told that you will have to like constantly bind for several weeks afterwards, it kind of delays the excitement a little bit. But you know, time passes, you heal, it's all good, and then you never have to wear a binder again. Number 4, and this one is kind of related to the first point, but separate enough that I can put it in a different point. It can take a long time for your chest to settle down. So this is kind of the stage where you're like pretty much back to normal, your mobility is regular, everything is fully healed, like you're good, you're back to work, school, or whatever, but your chest is still a little bit strange. Things still might feel really tight, your scars might feel really tight, your nipples might look odd, like mine were raised and they looked a bit waxy and it was just strange. Scars and incisions and everything are going to be very red, and so your chest might not be the nicest to touch. I remember when I was very like newly post-op, I watched a video of somebody who was like 5 years post-op, and they were like touching their chest and like squidging it, and I was like, how? I can't even imagine ever doing that to my chest again the way it feels right now, because it felt so tight and it was still a bit sore, and I was like, I don't want to touch it. And it took several months for that to go away. But don't worry, everything will settle down and become more relaxed with time. It just might take a few months. Number 5, it is not normal to be completely like washboard flat. Is washboard the right word here? I don't know. When I was binding, I was so obsessed with being as flat as I possibly could be. I was like, there is something there that shouldn't be, and I want to get rid of it 100%. I want to be flatter than flat. I want to be flatter than how flat the flat earthers think Earth is. Just for the record, I don't think Earth is flat. I want to be flatter than a pancake. I want to be flatter than a deflated balloon. I want to be flatter than my bum. My bum isn't flat. That was a really bad one to end on. You get the point. I want it to be flat. Well, it sounds really weird now, I can't say it anymore. But basically, when the surgeon asked me what's the most important thing for you with getting top surgery, I want to be F-L-A-T, flat as possible. And he was like, well, we typically leave some tissue behind because it gives a more like regular appearance if you are not completely like It's very uncommon for people to like have a literally like completely flat chest. It is normal to have some tissue left there and have some kind of like shape. It's just a different shape, and it's like more like following your pectoral muscles and everything rather than the chest you had before. And finally, number 6, feeling sad post-op is perfectly normal, and it's just something that some people experience. So when you have surgery, you're putting your mind and your body through a lot. It's a stressful situation. The healing process can be very mentally draining, and so it's perfectly normal to feel a bit down and have some post-op sadness happening after you have surgery. It's not something I personally experienced, but I've heard a lot about it. It doesn't mean that you're ungrateful. It doesn't mean that you made the wrong decision. It just means that your body has been through a lot and you need to give yourself some time to recover. If you think it will help, maybe mention it to somebody like a doctor or even just like a family member or a friend. Just know that like as the healing process continues, it should alleviate itself, but if it doesn't start to go away, do talk to somebody. That was a very serious one to end on. So yeah, that is everything, guys, and I suspect that a lot of you watching this who are preparing for top surgery or who've maybe just had top surgery knew all of this already, but I was like so focused on getting surgery. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting top surgery. I don't care about anything else. I don't want to listen to your risks and all of this stuff. I just want you to make my chest flat. Flat again, flat, 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 yay. So I think I kind of didn't really take in the reality of the situation, and there was a lot of things that hit very hard post-op in terms of like the recovery and what my chest looked like, and I wish I'd had this kind of video at that time, which is why I'm making it. So yeah, I hope this can help some of you out if you didn't know it already, and good luck to anybody who is currently recovering from top surgery and anybody who is having top surgery in the imminent or even fairly distant future. I hope it goes incredibly well for you and your healing process is as smooth as possible. I felt like a flight attendant and a trans dad all in one. We hope that you enjoy your recovery from top surgery and you have a very turbulent-free experience. No. So yeah, guys, if you like this video, maybe think about giving it a thumbs up and subscribing, but absolutely no pressure if you don't want to. Social media links are in the description box below if you want to go check them out and follow me on a more regular basis, because I post on Instagram quite a lot because I'm bored. And yeah, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Much love. Bye.